bitch, I'm ballin', ballin'. Closing $1 million deals. Catch me swerving, burning $100 bills.
So I made a video, believe it or not. I know, insane. This video, however, wasn't a parody of whatever the fuck I make for once. This video was on very mean comments. Because obviously every time a random person on the internet sends me a message saying I'm a faggot, I'm going to take that to bed with me tonight, I'm going to simmer on it, I'm going to digest it, I'm going to think about how it makes me feel, and finally I'm going to accept I'm a good-for-nothing cuck who deserves to die. Except I won't, because there's some random on the internet that knows absolutely nothing about me, and, you know, they're on an internet YouTube comment section. Though, low-key fact, not everyone knows about me. It doesn't matter what you think about me, because no matter how much you hate me or dislike me, I can guarantee I hate myself at least 10 times that amount. That's a real message to my haters, y'all. Honestly though, I have no idea how people put up with me, because if I met myself in the street, I would actually punch myself so hard. I'm a real insufferable prick. In fact, I'm such a twat my super religious sister says that God's gonna send me to hell. I mean, I know that according to the Bible we're all going to hell because of reasons that vary from homosexuality to wearing mixed fabric clothing, but you'd rather your sister not to tell you something like that. I'm not particularly religious, but it's like when a kid that doesn't like you in school draws pictures about you being murdered or whatever. You know it's not real, but it still makes you uncomfortable. Anyway, back to the whole video I made. I put together this reading haters comments video, and in that video I did some hashtag toasting to some people. I made fun of some certain individuals and called out others in some small ways, but I didn't really call out someone super bad.
I don't know, I haven't been very active.
You don't say, darling. I just thought you were putting on weight for your cosplay as the goth girl from South Park. Alright, so maybe I did go a tiny bit overboard with making fun of this one particular chick, though I thought I was possibly going a bit too far too, if that helps. Though you've got to admit, that was pretty good with the whole South Park thing. Am I right, boys? Ayo. But your girl Jazzy 2015, who is by far my favourite girl of 2015, maybe even 16, commented on my video in which I made fun of her makeup and all that vain bollocks that I personally don't care too much about, but I get other people do. And honestly, I'd like to apologise to Jazzy for bringing her up again before reading the comment that she left. And guess what? I actually have a condition that makes me not able to lose weight, you asshole. Don't you think I would if I could? Honestly, I'm done with your shit. You stay off my channel, I'll stay off yours. BTW, don't talk shit about someone's weight, you dumbass. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to call slight bullshit on the whole eating disorder thing. Not because I have proof or anything, but it's just that you seem like a slight Tumblr user. And well, Tumblr has a history of self-diagnosing people without professional medical advice.
I don't care if I have a penis, I identify as a fucking spoon.
But yeah, if that is true, please send me some form of medical document as proof or whatever. And make me the fool of the hour. Or don't, because as in this video, I'm gonna show that I don't hate fat people, because I used to be a fat person. OMG, James, why did you keep this from us? Oh my fucking god. Shit, I know, man, I'm really sorry. Except I'm not, because I've mentioned this before, you fucking faggots, in one of my 340 videos, which I can't believe you haven't watched all of them. You're not a true fan, OMG. But anyways, back in the day, I used to be a fatso. When I tell most people that, they look me up and down my anorexic body and say, nah, you never used to be fat. You're built like the World Trade Center. Tall, relatively thin, and ready to collapse at any moment. You never used to be fat, man. But no, I used to be Mr. Chub Chub, Jabba the Hutt, a real big lad. In fact, here's a picture of me dressed up as Gok Kwan when I was 10. Ain't that beautiful? If you look closely, you can almost see the beads of sweat running down my wannabe anime haircut. Also, notice how underneath my arms my fleece stretches? That isn't because I was wearing tight clothes, it is because I legit had double D side boobs. I'm telling you boy, Kim Kardashian, he didn't have shit on these melons, son. Here's a story for you though. I used to be fairly attracted to this girl in middle school. She was blonde with a pretty face, you know, the usual story of a nerd crushing on someone 10 times out of his league. But unlike most people in my situation, at that age, even back then I understood that I was an ugly Mario mushroom looking fuck. So I was quite self-conscious about my body. Please guys, don't make fun of my body, my social anxiety is kicking in, my name's Zoella. Because of this fact, there was one lesson I hated, and it was swimming. Our school was right next to the sports centre, meaning it was only a 5-minute walk to get there, or in my case a 5-minute contemplation on whether or not I should invest in a bra. And when we got there, everyone had to get into the open changing rooms and strip down naked to get ready for their pool. Butt naked, by the way, which in most circumstances would be a mutually assured period of people looking down at their toes and covering up while quickly putting each leg into their swimming trunks. But everyone else in that age decided it'd be super funny to get naked and whip each other with towels. Now, if you've ever been whipped by a towel, you'd know it hurts and leaves a red mark on your skin. If you've ever been whipped by a towel by a naked 10-year-old, you'd know it hurts and leaves a red mark on your skin and your mind. A red traumatizing mark that you can never get over to this day, despite the fact it's been so many years. If I could count the amount of times people held me against a wall, sprayed deodorant on my skin to freeze burn it while their slong is flying around like an angry fucking cobra, I'd be able to count to 2. But anyhow, one day I came to swimming and opened up my swimming bag to utter fucking disgust. My mum, the naive bastard, hadn't packed my swimming trunks, but instead had packed some swimming underpants, tight ones as well, as in the ones that are so tight that you could barely see them because my stomach hung over them so much because I was fat. Obviously, if I put these things on, I'm getting bullied. But I put them on anyway because I like the water. I like swimming, despite the fact I said they hate the lesson, but I like swimming. And I figured if I got in the pool fast, it wouldn't be so bad, you know, because people wouldn't be able to see me. Anyway, I put on these quote-unquote pants, and as in on cue, the lashings came. 3 naked boys surrounded me with their arms raised and towels in hand, ready to swip my sweet virgin bod. And also they're 10, so please put your dick away, viewer. Yes, thank you. And oh, did they hit me with those towels. By the end of it, my tits were as red as fucking shit, and I stood out like a sore thumb. So I walk out into the area next to the pool, man boobs out, looking half naked due to my tight pants, and redder than my wrists after this event. And looking up to the balcony over the pool, who do I see but the girl from earlier, you know, the one I was crushing on, looking over the small pool area. And if I wasn't careful, she was gonna see me. Which wasn't good at the best of times, but in my current state, I would be legit scarred for the rest of time. So I figure, screw it. I'll make a run for the pool, and I'll be in the water no time flat. So taking my legs in stride, I slightly waddled towards the water, and my last hope for feeling secure in front of this girl. Maybe even looking good in front of this girl. You know, if she could only see my head, perhaps she could be, fooled into thinking I'm somewhat attractive, or at least bearable to look at. You know, if Leonardo DiCaprio can look good with shower hair and curtains, I figure I can look alright with that too. However, as I did my best impression of an angry penguin in a race for fish, my foot slipped, and bam, I'm on the floor with a fucking tremendous wallop. It didn't hurt so bad, but you know what did? The swimming instructor making me sit in front of his feet in tighty fucking whiteys and man boobs for the next 10 minutes, where everyone could see me, especially and including this girl, on the overhang. You see, you don't want to be like James here running, otherwise you'll slip. I tell you what, Mr. Swimming Instructor, after this whole display, I'll be slipping into crippling fucking depression. Anyhow, that's me when I was fat. If you're watching this, Jazzy, then please take this as my apology for making fun of you. Honestly, I would implore you to roast me back if anything. There's plenty of ammunition that you can find easily on this channel if you go a whiles back. And I'm HIV Aladdin, you'll find something that you could probably destroy me with. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be your best friend. I would normally put a funny, little fucking skit at the end of the video, but at the same time, I can't really be bothered to pour noodles on myself, whatever the fuck I do in those skits. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll be your best friend, and I will see you next time.